Hello, hello. Welcome to Crazy Games. We are back in Genshin Impact, and this is another wish video. So if you've noticed, I've added like a filter to the game audio that it automatically lowers the volume if it detects that I'm talking. It's apparently called ducking, and it's like a new technique that I've learned, and I'm just trying it out for this video to see how it looks. So anyways, we're gonna do some wishes here. It is the first few days. I think today's the second day of the Sangonomiya Kokomi banner, which I'm actually kind of excited to pull on because if I go into the test run, so I'm just gonna talk about, I don't know, my initial impressions of Sangonomiya Kokomi. I've kind of been, I don't know, affected by the community and a lot of the current sentiments of her character. And when I first started to play her in this test run, I had really low expectations, and I was kind of expecting her to be really bad. But no, her kit actually seems pretty fun to play. I know a lot of people are kind of angry that she doesn't really do a lot of damage because if I go into her attributes here, you can see like she has like absolutely no crit rate. I don't know why they put a negative crit rate in here. Maybe that's just to make you see that you have to actually build a lot of crit rate before she can actually start critting. But like, even though it's negative, it still essentially is 0% for her critical chance. But I don't know. I don't think this affects her kit all too much because for the most part, you want to build her as a healer because that's kind of what she's built for. And initially, I thought she was just gonna be like a Mona Barbara mixed into one character, which is in some sense the case, but in other senses not. One of the big differences between her and Barbara is that her skill it doesn't like constantly pulse wet onto her, only pulses wet on her that first like instance, and it disappears right away. So you won't like freeze yourself like you would if you were using Barbara's like elemental skill. And I guess similar to Mona, she spawns like a thing on the field that pulses, but I don't think this thing attracts attention. Actually, let me check that real quick. Summons a Bake Kurage, created from water that can heal her allies. Using this skill, applies wet status to Sangonomiya Kokomi. So yeah, it still applies wet, so if you have cryo on you, it will still freeze you, but only for that first instance. It's not like Barbara, where you would constantly get frozen because of her elemental skill, or Barbara's elemental skill to be specific. Bake Kurage deals hydro damage to surrounding opponents and heals nearby active characters at fixed intervals. This healing is based on Kokomi's max HP, so it doesn't take aggro like Mona's, but at the very least, it is like a thing that you spawn on the field, so you can easily combo this constant application of Hydro with, like, I don't know, Klee or Hu Tao, or I guess any Pyro character, but Klee and Yanfei, I guess, more specifically since they have easy access to it. And if you build them as like an elemental mastery, you can constantly get that vaporize reaction and like be able to do a good amount of damage. So her role is essentially support. So that's kind of what I would build her for, but it seems like I know, like, the way they've built her right now, if I can just go into here. They gave her, like, this crazy 5-star weapon that gives her more attack damage the more HP she has. And also they gave her the Heart of Death set, which increases her damage when she uses the elemental skill, and it just straight up increases hydro damage. And I think they also have like an one of the artifacts in here increases her hydro damages as well. So I think that's the reason why you're seeing bigger than normal like numbers, even though these numbers aren't critting. But there might actually be like a base increase to her damage as well, but I don't know. I didn't do like all the math and stuff behind it, so I don't really know exactly her base damage and how her skills like function. But the way they built her seems like she can do a good amount of damage without the crit rate anyway. And I think her ult also increases hydro damage. If I were to go into here, her burst, the might of Watatsumi descends, dealing hydro damage to surrounding opponents before robing Kokomi in a celestial garment, which is like the ribbon thing that flies around her. Made from the flowing waters of Sangonomiya. Sangonomiya Kokomi's normal attack, charged attack, and Bake Kurage are increased based on her matched HP. So the more HP she has, the more damage this burst does. When her normal and charged attack hits, opponents can restore HP for all nearby party. So yeah, she's a healer and a really good one. And she is kind of like a Barbara ++. Kind of like how Yoimiya is the Amber ++. But I don't know. I feel like the criticisms on her kit made from the community is a little bit unfounded, and I actually grew to really like what her kit has to offer. And I'm actually pretty excited to pull her in this I don't know, banner, character banner. So yeah, I don't know why I completed it there, but we'll just go into the wishes. Let's take a look at history. See where my last 5-star was. So my last 5-star was Jean. It was Pity from the Raiden Shogun banner. I kind of regret trying to chase Raiden Shogun now that I've actually feel like Kokomi is a pretty cool character to have. At the time, I was thinking like, oh, all the people are saying that Kokomi is a really bad character, so maybe I should just spend my resources on trying to get Raiden Shogun, and maybe not put as much resources into Kokomi's banner. But now that I actually like Kokomi's banner, or Kokomi as a character, I really regret spending that extra like Star Glitter and Primo Gems to try and pull Raiden Shogun. But yeah, anyways, my last 5-star was 30, 29, 28 ago, so nowhere near Pity. If I look at details, despite what the community's like reaction is to her character, I don't know why this isn't loading in. Oh, there we go. Despite what the community is saying about Sangonomiya Kokomi, I actually really like what her kit has to offer, and since all my healing characters have maxed out friendship, I don't have any characters that I need to level up friendship that does healing, so pulling her would be nice, so I can just add her in the team of the friendship building team. So yeah, I'm excited to get her. If I get lucky, I don't think I'll be able to land any pities on her, unfortunately, before like the banner goes away, I mean. But yeah, super excited for her. In the 4-star list, getting any of these characters would be nice. Currently, I'm using Rosaria. I've maxed out the friendship on both Xingqiu and Beidou, but I use Xingqiu in the Spiral Abyss since he's like a super good support. Beidou is supposed to be really good too, but I haven't really figured out the team comp and stuff for her. But getting more constellation for her would be nice. I think I'm like 1 away from maxing out her constellation though, so maybe don't get her too fast. So yeah, let's talk to Gendo Ringo. See what our fortune is today. Picks up the slip cylinder. Bloop, 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 bloop. Successfully drawn. A fortune slip. Open it up quick. I still think this is kind of tedious. And I've second-guessed myself in recording this part for like wish videos since it like takes so much time. But I don't know, it's a little bit of a flavor, I guess. Something familiar for everyone. Great fortune. The cloud disperses, revealing the moon in the sky. Whoever draws this slip will receive great fortune. With clarity in your heart, what you wish for will come true. Things will go your way today. whether there's something you wish to accomplish or someone you wish to meet. Now it's the time to act. Your lucky object for the day, ever-burning flaming flower stamen. The heat of flaming flower comes from the fire in its heart. The reason everything will go your way is because your heart knows the path to take. Nice. So does this mean I'll be pulling both Kokomi and Sayu at the same time? That would be sweet. That would be an amazing... That would be a sign of great fortune. Let's also release a Xiao Lantern for good luck. Alright, Xiao Lantern, here's what we want. Kokomi and Sayu, alright? That's a deal, okay? Let the RNG gods know. As it floats away, it carries our wishes to the RNG gods. Alright. Let's do this. My first 10 wishes, or my first 10 pulls, on this Sangonomiya Kokomi banner. 3, 2, 1, go. The fortune slip is never right. I wonder who the 4-star pity is going to be. Am I going to get multiple 4 stars out of this? I haven't really gone multiple 4 stars out of 10 pulls for a while. So. Harbinger of Dawn. I got the flute, which is very unfortunate. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've just been getting terrible luck for like the last very long while. I guess I won't be getting a character out of this one either. Slingshot. Cool Steel. Emerald Orb. I got 2 4 stars out of this. Finally. I guess that's a good sign. I don't know. Xingqiu. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer. Skyrider's Sword. Sharpshooter's Oath. Okay. I guess this isn't too bad since I got a weapon and character out of it. Alright. Let's check out what we have. So this flute is actually a sword that, where is Xingqiu? There he is. That Xingqiu actually can use. But, I kind of want to just consume that for Chi-Chi here. But I can also upgrade it and give it to Xingqiu so he doesn't have to be stuck with a 3-star sword. Oh, I don't know. I won't do that now. I'll save that decision for some other time. Anyway, I got another constellation for him. Evil Soother. Constellation level 4. Throughout the duration of Guhua Sword Rain Cutter, the damage dealt by Guhua Sword Fatal Rain Screen is increased by 50%. Oh, that's interesting. Because, here, I'll accept this. The idea for Xingqiu, well, at least the way that I play him, I don't use his, Elemental Burst and Elemental Skill back-to-back, because, for the most part, you want as many, like, the duration of the what do they call it? The something sword, the rain cutter swords? What do they call it? Xingqiu performs 2 strikes with this sword, dealing 100 damage. At the same time, this ability creates a maximum number of... rain swords. So, you pretty much want rain swords to be up all the time, because when rain swords are up, if you're, like, within melee range of enemies, it will constantly apply Hydro onto them, so you can, like, do more reactions. So I usually try to stagger the use of the burst and the elemental skill, so that, because the elemental burst also gives you the swords as well. It's just that the elemental skill, the swords take hit and then they break, whereas the ult for like a duration, you always have like the maximum amount of swords. But then even if they break, it'll still trigger the healing. It's just that you don't lose a sword. But yeah, for the most part, I stagger them so that I get the swords up all the time. But this constellation specifically wants you to use this. And then I guess if you can time it so that you use the elemental skill at the end of the duration of the burst, then you can kind of like juggle this. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for, instead of like using the burst and then immediately using the rain screen or the elemental skill. But Yeah, I guess that's a gameplay to think about. I guess with the new constellation, I would be um, prioritizing using the burst over the skill, elemental skill, since the elemental skill does have like a pretty big cooldown. um, so yeah, I guess that's all I have for you today. Um, maybe it looks like my luck is starting to turn around since I did get 2 4 stars. Maybe in the next one I will finally be able to pull a 5-star character, a new 5-star character. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Subscribe for more Wish videos. Goodbye.